What's going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are going to be ranking the best Pokemon for the Kanto Cup here coming to Go Battle League in Season 6. We are in the final week now. The Kanto Cup goes live at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so just a few hours from now. And what we're going to do is, in this ranking, we are going to have two determining factors. First is its ability and strength in the Kanto Cup. Second is its ability and strength in Open Great League. That way, if you guys invest in something, it can be good in Great League and it can be good in the Kanto Cup, which is why we have different tiers here. So if it's in the top tier, you should already have it. This means that it's extremely strong in Kanto Cup and it's extremely strong in Open Great League as well. So your Stardust investment is very good. So if you don't have any of the you should already have it, these are the Pokemon I would go after first. Next, we have definitely worth getting. These are going to be Pokemon that are going to be good in Kanto Cup, but maybe not as good in Open Great League, but they're really strong for Kanto Cup, so it's definitely worth getting to have on your roster. Next up, we have Spicy. Exactly what it is. It's kind of middle of the ground. It's good for Kanto Cup, decent for Open Great League. Maybe it's good for Kanto Cup, but then super spicy in Open Great League. And then next up, we have the super spicy tier. This is like fringe meta, very spicy stuff. It's probably only spicy for Kanto Cup and really doesn't have any play in Open Great League. And finally, just no. These are going to be Pokemon you guys probably shouldn't touch, shouldn't invest Stardust in, because they're going to have no play in either tournament, whether it's Kanto Cup and Open Great League. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Be sure to smash that like button. Let me know if you guys want me to do future videos like this, ranking the Pokemon for the specific cups. I think stuff like Halloween Cup or different stuff like that in the future we could do this for, which would be a lot of fun. I also decided to mix up the upload here of the image. Why are there so many different Pikachus with outfits? Okay, we'll skip those. But the different images here, so we're not going in Pokedex order, basically. So starting things off, we have Voltorb. That's going to be a just no. Electrode. Okay, so Electrode, tough. I'm going to put it definitely worth getting. Couple reasons. First off, it's an amazing safe swap in Kanto Cup. As we saw recently in the Love Cup, it was very, very strong safe swap. In Open Great League, it's okay. It's spicy in Open Great League, but for Kanto Cup, it's really strong. So Electrode is definitely worth getting. We got the eggs here. Oh man, these are super spicy. You guys have to power this up basically super high in order to use it in Great League. It's a super spicy pick. May have slight play in Kanto, but not a lot, and it's spicy for Great League. Here we go. So we got the Executor, Lowland Executor. I think that's a spicy pick. Actually, I'm going to put super spicy pick here. It's got a decent moveset, but its typing really goes down hard to a lot of common Pokemon we see. It doesn't have play in Open Great League at all. Now we have normal Executor, so we're going to put that at spicy. I think it has some decent play. Confusion is really, really nice. Fast move, if you happen to have a Shadow, that puts out a lot of damage as well, especially in a meta where we may see a lot of fighters like Hitmonchan and Machamp, etc. So it's definitely spicy. All right, we got Cubone, that's just a no. Alolan Marowak. This is one of those you should already have it. Lowland Marowak is so strong in Open Great League. It's very strong in the Kanto Cup. It's one of those Pokemon you guys should already have. And if you don't, it's worth investing. Long-term investments, very, very strong. Okay, so we got normal Marowak, the Kanto Marowak. That's spicy. This thing has some play, especially if a lot of people are utilizing the Electrode Safe Swap. This Marowak could have a lot of play coming in, right, with that Mud Slap, Mud Bomb coverage. Hitmonlee, that's super spicy right now. Its moveset is terrible, absolutely terrible for every league. It needs a move update, or the moves that it does have needs an update, right? It's one PvP update away from being pretty cool. We have Hitmonchan now. So Hitmonchan is spicy. What's great is it's like the fighter version of Hypno. If you guys know Hypno, it has like Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Ice Punch. That's kind of what Hitmonchan does. It's a coverage fighter. It has all those punches. It has some great play in Open Great League, but it's spicy, and I think it's also going to be spicy here. I wouldn't put it definitely worth getting because I don't see it as being a top performer in a lot of different leagues. Next up, we have Lickitung. Now, this is going to be XL Lickitung when you guys are looking at this. XL Lickitung is very, very strong. So if you were able to get enough XL Candy, which I don't think anyone actually was because the spawn was so rare, but eventually down the line, this is going to be worth getting. We've seen Kanto Cup come back now, so we'll probably see it again in the future, I'm guessing, because it's a very fun meta that can easily be brought into Go Battle League. So long term, I personally can't do this, but you want to have an XL Lickitung. Yeah, great coverage here. Coughing, no. Caterpie, no. Wheezing. I'm going to put this in super spicy. Reason being, it has Infestation. Infestation got an update, so it has more energy gain, and it actually has decent coverage moves. If you guys take a look at its moveset on PV Poke, it's actually really interesting coverage moves. So it's super spicy. It doesn't have a lot of play, but it can throw people off. But it's definitely not worth investing in if you don't have like an Electrode. Electrode will outperform a Wheezing in terms of safe swaps and coverage and whatnot. Rhyhorn. Oh man, I'm gonna probably say just no. I think if there's some PvP updates, it could be good because you can power it up in the Great League. Rhydon. Okay, so this is gonna be spicy. This is specifically for Kanto Cup. The reason why is it has great coverage moves on the meta, and a lot of people utilize Electrode as safe swap. I mean, it can really lock that down. Same with like a Lowland Marowak and a Lowland Muk safe swaps as well. Rhydon can lock it down. I actually want to try to use it this week. So I'll put that at spicy, but it really doesn't have a lot of play in Open Great League. So if you're missing some of these top tier ones for Open Great League, definitely get those before Rhydon. But Kanto Cup, that's a spicy pick. Chansey, we're going to just go no. There's really no, unless you're trying to troll, there's no point in powering up a Chansey for Great League. It's literally not going to do anything. Tangala, I think, is probably going to be another one of those super spicy picks. It's got a really nice moveset. It does have to power up a lot, but it can get taken down by a lot of Pokemon. So we'll put that as super spicy. Kangaskong. Okay, I think that's going to be super spicy as well. It's again being held back by its moveset. Having access to like Power Up Punch and Outrage and stuff like that are great charge moves, but it needs better fast moves for probably more energy gain on the meta. Horsey, we're going to go ahead and put that there. Subsidra, it's super spicy. You could potentially play with it. It does have Dragon Breath as a fast move, but its charge moves are way too high of energy for it to actually get full potential in the meta. So it's super spicy. Like this kind of stuff, you guys can tell like there's some play in some specific scenario, but it's super spicy. Next we got Goldeen. That's just going to be just no. All right, Seeking. This I think is going to be definitely worth getting long term. I have personally taken the plunge. I saved up and waited to catch a really good PvP IV Seeking. But you want it to be triple legacy. That's going to be Poison Jab as a fast move, Icy Wind as a charge move, and Drill Run as a charge move. You guys saw me use it a lot in the Love Cup. It's very strong and long term. Same with like XL Lickitung. It's worth getting. I think it has great coverage in Open Great League as well. Can throw a lot of people off, and just Icy Wind Drill Run is such a great combination on the meta. Next up, we have Metapod here. That's going to be a nope. Next up, we got Starmie. That's going to be a nope. Next up, we Staryu. Next week up, we got Starmie. That's going to be super spicy. Again, it's being held back by its moveset, but if you really want to give it a try, I mean, go for it, but you're not going to have the coverage you need. Mr. Mime, again, another spicy one. It's really actually interesting. It's a super glassy Pokemon that has Confusion and Shadow Ball, which can throw a lot of people off, but it's super squishy. So we're going to put that as super spicy. Scyther, the thing is, I see every season when we start at rank 1, I always see someone running a Scyther, and that's just due to the fact that you can catch it from like rewards and stuff basically near 1500, so people are new to Go Battle League. Run with the Scyther. I think it's super spicy. I don't think it has a lot of great play when it comes to actually using an Open Great League or Kanto Cup, but it's spicy. So yeah, we have Jinx now. Jinx, again, super spicy. It's a glass cannon. You know, if you land Psyshocks or Avalanches, whatnot, it's going to do quite a bit of damage. Okay, we got Electabuzz and Magmar here. So Electabuzz, it's tough. If it was Electivire, that would be good. I think Electabuzz, I'll probably put it at super spicy. The super spicy list is going to be pretty filled up because it could have some play in the meta. Same with Magmar here, but again, they need that extra coverage move that their evolutions get because currently they don't really have the extra coverage moves needed to handle things they're weak to. Pinsir, again, super spicy. This thing does have some great moves, but it's such a glass cannon. Tauros as well, super spicy. I want to put this in Just No, but Just No's are like, I mean, yeah, you could. It's super spicy. Like, I would stay, if I were you guys, I'd stay in these top 3 and like at least these top 2. So that's going to be super spicy. That's going to stay down there. Magikarp, Just No. Butterfree, that's going to be super spicy as well. It can throw a lot of people off with its charge moves. It actually hits pretty hard with that signal beam, so you got to watch out for that. Okay, Gyarados. Here we go. We can put that at spicy. If you guys have the Community Day Gyarados and you happen to get that for Great League, Aqua Tail is a great charge move. You guys can have access to fast moves of Bite, Dragon Breath, Waterfall, all of which have great coverage on the meta. Dragon Breath or Waterfall is going to be probably your ideal Crunch and Aqua Tail. So next we have Lapras here. This is going to be, you should already have it. Lapras is such a strong Pokemon for Open Great League, for Kanto Cup, and for Ultra League. Now, when it comes to Lapras in Open Great League and Kanto Cup, you want to have Skull Bash and Surf. Reason being that Skull Bash really helps out in the mirror, and in Open Great League, it helps out against Azumarill. You can actually beat Azumarill if you have a Skull Bash Lapras. But you need the Legacy fast move of Ice Shard, which was in a raid day. So me personally, I did that whole raid day, did all 20 gyms in my town. And so I have like 20 of them, right? So if you happen to have people that you know that have it, trade for that Ice Shard one, and then you can TM away Ice Beam for Skull Bash and then get Surf as well. It's an extremely strong pick. Ditto, Just No. It would be really cool if it actually, I mean, you can't even use it in Go Battle League. It would be cool if you could, though, because then you transform the opponent's Pokemon and get their moves. That would add a whole nother mind game to this thing. Eevee, no. Vaporeon, I'm going to put that at spicy. It's very, very bulky, and the thing is with these Pokemon, with Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, you all want Last Resort, which is great because you guys can get it right now. If you guys didn't know, I'll pop up a little image right here. You guys can get the Community Day moves from the starters, from the Eevee evolutions. You guys can get it for Dragonite as well, which is really nice. So you want Last Resort. This thing's extremely bulky. You want to run that Water Gun, Aqua Tail, and Last Resort. And it's a great water-type Pokemon. Jolteon as well, I would say it's super spicy. I think if you're going to go for an electric, pure electric type, the Electrode is definitely going to be better. You have access to Foul Play, which has amazing coverage on the meta, considering that Hypno, Alolan Marowak, Mew, etc., it's going to cover those. On top of that, you could get Hyper Beam as well. So it's a super spicy alternative to an Electrode, and it's definitely not as good of coverage. Flareon as well is super spicy. It's very frail, but I think it could have some play. What would really help Flareon is if it got like Weather Ball, Fire Weather Ball. That'd be fantastic. All right, Porygon. Ugh. We'll go we'll go with super spicy. We'll put that there. All right. These guys. Oh man. Oh, they're so spicy. We'll put this at super spicy. Reason being, you could actually, no, I don't even think you can power that up, max up. That was a glitch before. We'll put this at Just No. We'll put this at super spicy. Actually, we'll put them both at super spicy. They have access to a lot of great charge moves and low energy charge moves, so they could have some play in the meta. Weedle, no. The Skittle, no. Kabutops, super spicy. Again, this list, the super spicy list, is going to be filled up. Aerodactyl. Okay, so Aerodactyl is a spicy pick. You guys saw it be used in the Flying Cup. And in Kanto Cup, if you happen to have a Shadow Aerodactyl, that fast move damage is very, very strong, considering there's really no steals here in the meta. There's a few. There's like a Alolan Sandslash. This thing can just destroy. So it's super spicy. It's not that great in Open Great League because there's so many anti-flyers out there, right? The Galarian Stunfisk and Bastiodon will absolutely wall that thing, which is why you don't want to have it for Great League. But for Kanto Cup, it's spicy and it's worth investing, which is why you guys want to look at these Pokemon to invest for Kanto Cup, and these kind of like, you just know for here. Snorlax. Should already have it. Snorlax is an amazing Pokemon for all 3 leagues. It's another one of those Pokemon that just transcends it. Same with like Swampert and Machamp. Lick, Body Slam, and you can have a multitude of different coverage moves. You can have Superpower, Earthquake, Outrage, and for Great League, you probably want to have the Superpower. It really helps out there for coverage against a lot of normal type Pokemon, so like the Mirror Fight or Dark type Pokemon, etc. Snorlax, definitely worth. You guys should already have it, and it's not Legacy as well. Body Slam used to be Legacy, but it was taken out of its Legacy move pool, so you can just TM it. But do know it has, I think, like eight charge moves, so it's going to take a while, but you want Lick, Body Slam, and Superpower. You guys should already have it. Articuno. Okay, Legendary Birds. Oh, man. We're going to put it at Spicy. Reason being, for Great League, it's okay. It's okay, but where it really shines is Ultra League. Open Ultra League, it does really, really well. So if you want to take the approach of, I want to try out Articuno for Great League for the Kanto Cup, but this is going to be the one I power up to Ultra League, Open Ultra League. That is where it's worth kind of investing, which is why I'll put it at Spicy. In Open Great League, it's terrible. You definitely don't want to use that. I mean, you could, but you're going to run into a lot more trouble than actually having a big benefit. Zapdos. Oh man, this is tough. I'm so torn between Spicy and definitely worth getting. I'm going to say definitely worth getting here. Zapdos, if you have a Shadow one, happen to have a Shadow one that you TM'd away Frustration on, or even a normal one, on Safe Swap, especially in Kanto Cup, it's very, very strong. Open Great League gets strong as well. That being with the Thunderbolt and the Dropek, it does really, really well. Yeah, it's super strong, and in Flying Cup, it was really strong. Was there another tournament it was in? It might not be, but it's definitely, I think it's definitely worth getting. Of the 3 flyers, for Great League, Zapdos is the best, in my opinion. Articuno is the best for Ultra League, though that's because of Giratina, right? The Giratinas. But Zapdos, definitely worth getting. Moltres. Oh, I want to say super spicy. Yeah, I want to say super spicy here with Moltres. The reason why Articuno is in spicy is because you guys could just use it for Kanto Cup, power it up to Open Ultra League, but Moltres really doesn't have a lot of play in either, so we're going to put that as super spicy. Dratini, no. Dragonair. Okay, this thing's spicy. If you guys didn't know, Dragonair is actually pretty deadly. Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail, and you guys could have Wrap. Maybe you guys happen to have Return. Definitely worth looking at. Maybe even Dragon Pulse as well. It's very, very good. It doesn't have that added flying typing that Dragonite does. It's just a pure dragon, so you're only one time super affected from ice, not double. And it's very, very strong. So it's definitely spicy, definitely worth looking at getting for the Kanto Cup. Dragonite as well we'll put in spicy. You guys know how strong it is. Again, I think it's better suited for Ultra League and for Master League. So if this is again one of those Pokemon where you eventually plan to power it up, but you wanna stop it, or take a pit stop here, and for the Kanto Cup, it's definitely worth doing that. Kakuna, no. Mewtwo. Okay, we'll put Mewtwo at spicy. Now I showcased Shadow Mewtwo yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that video, it'll pop up right here. Shadow Mewtwo, my goodness, it's deadly. And the reason why it's deadly is its charge moves hit so dang hard. But in order to maximize its potential, your opponent needs to have less shields than you do, which is why you need to kind of close with it. And I showcased that in the video. If my opponent has 1 shield and I have 2 shields, or they have no shields and I have 1 or 2 shields, Mewtwo can sweep through a lot of teams because of its coverage. It's Psy Strike, which is Legacy. You're going to want to Elite TM that. Hits for like 80% of Azumarill's health and one-shots a lot of stuff, like it one-shots Pelipper, it one-shots Galvantula. Flamethrower as well, it does like 95% of a Galarian Stunfisk's health, and you guys see that in the video. It's spicy, it's strong, but there's a specific playstyle for it, and that is having shield advantage to your opponent, which means you need to utilize it as a closer. Mew. Oh man, definitely worth getting. I wouldn't say you should already have it because a lot of people didn't get the quest, but this is definitely worth getting. Same with kind of like Triple Legacy Seeking, like you want to build yourself a Great League Mew. If you guys didn't know right now, there's a quest line from the Kanto event we had on Saturday where you guys will eventually get a shiny Mew, And I saw the steps. It's a very lengthy quest line, so eventually you guys will get it, but this is definitely worth getting for Open Great League. You guys see me utilize it a lot. It's very strong. Has access to the most diverse coverage of charge moves in the game, but there's a lot of charge moves it utilizes quite often, Wild Charge being the most common, and some people interchange Flame Charge and Surf, but it could use other options. Definitely worth getting. Beedrill. I'm going to say definitely worth getting. You want to try to have it with the Community Day move of Drill Run. Reason being, it can beat a Azumarill. That's what's great. It has Poison Jab, and you can run it with a couple different charge moves. I typically like X-Scissor and Drill Run. It's going to give you a lot of great coverage on the meta. You can cover Psychics, right, because of X-Scissor. You can cover Fire-type Pokemon with Drill Run. You can cover Steel-type Pokemon with Drill Run. You can just destroy a Azumarill. It's fantastic. It's definitely worth getting. It's very cheap, too. Second charge move, unlock cost of 10,000. Very cost-effective. Definitely worth getting. Pidgey, no. Pidgeotto, no. Pidgeot. I'm gonna put this at spicy. Reason being, Pidgeot here with the fast move of Gust. If you guys happen to get that, it was only during the Flying Cup. If you evolved a Pidgey all the way up to Pidgeot, or Pidgeotto to Pidgeot, you got the fast move of Gust, which is really nice. It's somewhat similar to how Incinerate plays. If you guys have seen that. If you don't happen to have it, we don't know of another event right now where you can get it, so you'd have to Elite Fast TM in order to get it, because I don't think it's a part of its move pool. It was a one-off kind of legacy move, but it's spicy. And the reason being, it does really well in the Kanto Cup, but not so hot in Open Great League. The reason why, it destroys a Lowland Marowak. This thing, if you guys want to see a flying wall to a Lowland Marowak, that's going to be a Pidgeot. Absolutely amazing. Rattata, no. Bulbasaur, no. Lowland Raticate. This is going to be, I'm going to put this at spicy. It's so tiny. A Lowland Raticate here, dark normal typing, so it's double super affected from fighting, and Charm also destroys it. But it's super bulky. If your opponent isn't running a fighter, or you draw out the fighter, so if you try to close with a Lowland Raticate, and you draw out their only fighter, maybe they're Machamp, a Lowland Raticate can shred through a lot of stuff. And with its dark normal typing, it can absolutely destroy a Lowland Marowak as well, which is nice. It has great versatile moveset. I'd probably go with Quick Attack, Crunch, and Hyper Fang. Those are going to be the moveset I'd recommend. It's spicy. It's good in Kanto Cup. Open Great League, not so hot. You have way too many fighters, way too many Charmers for it to be relevant. Next up, we got Normal Raticate. We're going to put that as super spicy. Alolan Raticate is just outclasses it with its moveset. We're going to put this at no. Fearow, we're going to put it at spicy. It's a different take on a bird. On a bird. It's a different take kind of to Pidgeot with the flying typing to cover, but it's just not as good. We're going to put that at no. We'll put this at spicy. I don't even know why these Pikachus are here. We're going to put these... Pikachu Libre, we'll put it as super spicy. I wonder if we'll eventually ever see any of these. Okay, all these will go down here. Normal Pikachu, we'll just put it down here. Alolan Raichu, we're going to put it definitely worth getting. So Lowland Raichu, we haven't seen too often as of late. This was a very popular pick before Galarian Stunfisk because it had the ability to potentially beat Registeel. And it could beat a Azumarill. That used to be the core in season like 1, 2, and 3, I believe. Or maybe just season 1 and 2. I can't remember exactly when Galarian Stunfisk came in. But a Lowland Raichu, Volt Switch, Thunder Punch, Wild Charge, Grass Knot. It's got a great moveset. It's definitely worth getting. Very cost effective as well. Alright, Kanto Raichu here we're going to put at spicy. It does have a very nice versatile moveset. It's a spicy pick, but you don't see it perform well at all in Open Great League. But for Kanto Cup, it's definitely a spicy pick. Not too expensive as well. Sandshrew we're going to put here. Alolan Sandslash. Oh boy. We're gonna put it at spicy. It has the potential to be definitely worth getting. I'll put it ahead here. That's like one of the first ones. We'll put these up here too. So we'll rotate these around. Yeah, so these three have the potential to move up. Same with Hitmonchan here. Sure. these 4 have the potential to move up to definitely worth getting because of how well they perform. The tough thing about a Lowland Sandslash is its typing. It's Ice Steel. So not only are you going to be just destroyed by fighting type Pokemon, but you also get destroyed by fires. And a Lowland Marowak being one of the top picks in this meta, you're going to run into a lot of trouble. But it does have access to Bulldoze, which really helps out with that coverage. And it does really well against dragons, right? So an Open Great League against Altaria just absolutely destroys. So it's spicy. It has coverage in this meta, and you could potentially look at it, but just know it's a spicy pick. Oh, man. Thing is, you need, I think it's the legacy move of Mud Shot. Let me double check. Okay, it's not legacy. We'll put this at spicy. Yeah, we'll put this at spicy. Having Mud Shot Earthquake is really, really nice. You know, ground type Pokemon's got some good coverage here in the meta, but it's not something I'd utilize in Open Great League, but it does have play in Silpharina stuff as well, but I would say it's not as good as a Lowland Sandslash in its ability to probably transcend towards Open Great League. Okay. Nope. Ivysaur. We'll actually put this here. So Ivysaur here, if you guys don't have a Venusaur with Frenzy Plant, which you guys can get Frenzy Plant right now if you guys are watching this video during the Kanto event, you guys can evolve Ivysaur to Venusaur to get Frenzy Plant. But Ivysaur, if you happen to don't have it, maybe you're watching this later on, you missed out. Ivysaur is basically a direct replacement to Venusaur because of its typing and moveset. So instead of having Frenzy Plant, you have Power Whip. You both have Sludge Bomb. You're both Grass Poison. You both have Vine Whip as a fast move. So it's like literally a direct replacement to Venusaur, which is why it's spicy and good. So yeah, all right, that's gonna be a no. This is gonna be I want to say like top tier super spicy. It's close to being spicy pick because of its coverage. It's got Poison Jab, Stone Edge, Earthquake. It has good coverage on the meta, but its charge moves, and also has Earth Power, I think. But its charge moves are way too high energy for its lack of defenses and ability to get to it quickly. If it had something like Drill Run and Rock Slide, now we're talking when it comes to Nidoqueen right there. But yeah, okay, we're going to put this down here. We're going to put this down here. Nidoking, I think, is going to be super spicy as well. Similar kind of high energy gaining fast move. I think Fury Color is still legacy. It might not be. But it has stuff like Mega Horn and whatnot. So it's spicy, has good coverage, but yeah, it's super spicy. It's super spicy. Okay, that's going to be a no. Clefable, definitely worth getting. This is like almost a you should already have it kind of Pokemon. Like this is gonna be like right there. We're gonna put these. We're gonna change this order real quick. Okay. So Clefable is one of those things like you guys should already basically have it. It's definitely worth getting. Charm is such a fantastic fast move in the meta. You guys know probably should be getting a nerf because of how much damage it does. It's extremely strong, worth getting. Okay. Vulpix, no. Lowland Ninetales, Lowland Ninetales, you guys should already have it. With the recent update, it got access to Weather Ball Ice. Makes it absolutely amazing. Powder Snow, Psyshock, Weather Ball, or Charm as well. This thing's an absolute monster in Open Great League, and it's pretty strong here in the Kanto Cup, so it's definitely, you guys should already have it. Should already invest in it. Kanto Ninetales, I'll put that as definitely worth getting. It got access to Fire Weather Ball, which is great. You can have Fire Spin as a fast move, and you can also run with Solar Beam as well for those spicy, awesome one-shot booms to Water-type Pokemon and whatnot. So definitely worth getting. Jigglypuff, no. Venusaur, you guys should already have it. Venusaur is, of the 3 starters here for Great League, is the best starter in the meta. Its ability to beat Galarian Stunfisk and Azumarill is fantastic, and for Kanto Cup, it's very, very strong. Again, you guys can get Frenzy Plant right now if the Kanto Cup event is currently live for you, which I think for everyone it is, but also depends on when you're watching this video, right? So pay attention, look up when the Kanto event details are to make sure you guys can get that. But right now, you guys should be able to get that. Wigglytuff, again, another one of those, definitely worth getting. You guys should nearly already have it. Very strong in Open Great League. That added normal typing really helps out against ghosts, which is very, very nice. Stuff like Sableye, right? Sableye has to have return in order to want to do some big damage to a Wigglytuff, and in this meta, it's going to be very, very strong. Just know, Golbat is spicy. Golbat is like a pseudo flyer slash anti-Azumarill slash anti-psychic, kind of in a way. It has Wing Attack, Poison Fang, and Shadow Ball, which is a really nice moveset. It's kind of glassy, has a bit of bulk to it, but the Poison Fang is a great shield baiting opportunity, and Shadow Ball does really well against stuff like Alolan Marowak or Hypno, for example. But with that added poison typing, you also are going to be taking super effective damage from Psychic-type moves like Confusion. Oddish, no. Gloom, no. Vileplume. We're going to put this at super spicy. Vileplume we saw in the Love Cup be one of the most commonly used Pokemon because of Shadow Vileplume with Razor Leaf. It's extremely strong. In this Kanto Cup meta, it's decent, but it has, it's kind of like Victory Bell, that Shadow Victory Bell. With its ability to be a grass poison typing with hard-hitting fast move of Razor Leaf. That's basically what it is. Paris, no. Parasect, that's super spicy. It's got a fun moveset. It has access to Solar Beam, which people may not know. But it's super spicy. It doesn't really have too much play in Open Great League. Alright, no. Venomoth, we're going to put that as super spicy as well. It is very popular in the Silph Arena for specific cups because of its confusion damage. This thing can absolutely shred through, and sometimes that's really needed in those metas, but for Kanto Cup here and for Open Great League, it's going to be super spicy. Charmander, no. Diglett, no. Dugtrio, we're going to go ahead. Alolan Dugtrio, we're going to go ahead and put a super spicy. Same with Kanto Dugtrio here. They don't really have too much going for them. The added steel type here is really nice to handle the fairies and whatnot, but other than that, there's not too much going on. Meowth, no. Persian, I'll put both Persians here, super spicy. They don't really do too much in the meta. It needs better movesets basically. Psyduck here, Golduck, actually is pretty spicy. It has great coverage moves. Got access to Ice Beam if you guys didn't know. So definitely a super spicy pick if you already have all of these Pokemon. This might be something you kind of want to look at. Open Great League, not too hot, but for Kanto Cup, you could take people by surprise. Mankey, no. Primate, we're going to put up here. We'll put it here at spicy. It recently got Ice Punch, which is really, really nice coverage move. This thing is a fighter with counter, close combat, Night Slash, Ice Punch. I mean, the coverages are great. You have a coverage move for flyers, and you have a coverage move for psychics and ghosts with Night Slash. So that's just really, really strong. I'm looking forward to building one myself here for Kanto Cup. All right, Growlithe, no. Arcanine, we're going to put it super spicy. We'll put it on the top end of super spicy. Its moveset is really, really great. It's got like Snarl, Wild Charge, Flamethrower. It's a great moveset, but it doesn't have a lot of bulk. It goes down very, very quickly, and when you throw off those wild charges, your defenses are drastically lowered, which just adds to its lack of bulk, and it just goes down even faster. But its moveset is really, really nice, so yeah, it's nice. I think it needs something a bit better. Like if it got a Weather Ball, oh man, then it's game on. Charmeleon, we'll just put it no. All right. Polywrath. I think I'm going to put this at definitely worth getting. Polywrath is one of those fighters that has a very broad moveset, but it doesn't have counter. That's, I think, what's hindering it from being like top tier. Because of its water fighting typing, it has some great resistances to the meta, but it also has access to Mud Shot, Ice Punch, Hydro Pump, and Dynamic Punch, all of which are great moves on the meta. If it had counter, I think that would really help it out. And it's very, very bulky as well too. It does really well in Ultra League Premier Cup as well. Open Ultra League, it could do well too. But all right, so we got Abra here, Kadabra, and then Alakazam. I'm going to put this at spicy. If you guys have the Community Day move of Counter, this thing is an absolute glass cannon. You can have Shadow Ball and Fire Punch as charge moves, and then Counter is a great fast move. Or you could have Psycho Cut for that energy gain. It throws a lot of people off, and they're unaware how much damage Alakazam can do. But it's spicy, guys. It's spicy. It's not super spicy. It has more play because of Counter and Psycho Cut, Fire Punch, and Shadow Ball. Those 4 moves right there make it viable, but it's a glass cannon. But yeah, okay. Machop, Machoke. We're going to put this near top of super spicy. With the update to Karate Chop, it gains energy more quickly, and it's actually pretty strong. I used it in Open Great League, and it was really interesting. Machamp. It's got to be, you guys should already have it. Specifically Shadow Machamp. Shadow Machamp in Great League is one of those Pokemon that's just so dang strong. Counter, Cross Chop, Rock Slide. Fantastic coverage on the meta. It's an absolute monster of damage. And if you guys haven't had it yet, you guys should look to get it because of just how strong it is. Alright, nope. Charizard. We're going to go with spicy. Charizard is strong, extremely strong in Ultra League. That is where Charizard shines. It doesn't shine in Master League, and it doesn't really shine in Great League. But in Ultra League, that's its jam. So if you want to, again, pit stop a Charizard for Kanto Cup and then power it up for Ultra League, that is going to be the way to go. But out of the starters, Venusaur is definitely the best one here for Great League. Weeping Bell. We're going to put near the top of spicy because it's an alternative to Victory Bell, but it does need to be legacy. That's the thing, is Razor Leaf is legacy. Victory Bell, I hate to do this. It's definitely worth getting. Specifically Shadow Victory Bell. You guys know how much damage Razor Leaf does. Shadow Victory Bell is one of those Pokemon where you kind of just throw it out there and just tap the screen and it can shred apart Pokemon if they're not resisting. It's so deadly. And yeah, it's definitely worth getting if you guys don't have it. Alright, Tentacool, no. Tentacruel. Oh man. This thing is like borderline. It's with this crew. It's borderline going, definitely worth getting. Because of its ability to wall Azumarill and Open Great League. In this cup, I think it's going to do okay, but it doesn't have a prime target because of the fact that Venusaur is probably going to be the best grass in the meta, or Shadow Victory Bell, that it really doesn't do as well against them. It needs to be going up against pure grass type Pokemon or Azumarill. That's where, if it can lock down an Azumarill, it's absolutely amazing. Geodude, no. Graveler, oh, it's a Lowland Graveler. That's a Lowland Graveler. That is spicy. A Lowland Graveler is very, very nice. It plays similarly to Electrode, Volt Switch, and it has Wild Charge, and I want to say Rock Blast. No, Wild Charge is on the Alolan Golem. The Alolan Graveler has the Stone Edge and Rock Blast. So yeah, it's definitely spicy. Different coverages because it doesn't have like Foul Play and whatnot, which is why Electrode I think is still better, but it's worth taking a look at. Normal Graveler we'll put there. Its moveset isn't too hot. Golem as well. I still think a Alolan Graveler is better than a Alolan Golem, but a Alolan Golem does have access to Wild Charge. That's the difference between these two. It does have access to Wild Charge, but Volt Switch just does so much damage you really don't need it, and in specific metas as well. In the Holiday Cup, Alolan Graveler was like one of the best Pokemon. Normal Golem, we're going to put in super spicy. We'll just put it in the middle there. Nothing really too much going for it. It gets destroyed so quickly by a lot of stuff in the meta because of its typing, right? Water, or not water. It gets beat by water. Ground, rock. So Ponyta, we're going to go down here. Rapidash. Okay, so Rapidash is in the spicy tier. We'll put it here. I actually used this in a video or back when Kanto Cup first came out. Incinerate Drill Run is so nice. It has great coverage. People don't expect it. It's definitely spicy. Open Ultra League, not too hot, but in Kanto Cup, it's pretty dang strong. Slowpoke will actually put it super spicy because you can power that up near 1500 and actually has some play. Squirtle, sorry bro. Slowbro, we'll put it spicy. Why is it? Slowbro we'll put at Spicy. Its moveset is really, really great. We saw it in the Love Cup perform really, really well. We saw it perform really well there in the Love Cup. This cup is going to do decent as well with that confusion damage. It really helps out against the poison users that we're gonna, or the poison types that we are going to see in the meta. Plus, covering the fighters is always really nice. So stuff like Beedrill, Venusaur, Shadow Machamp, it can help cover those. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to win against it, depending on health and charge moves and energy and whatnot. But it has the ability to take them down. Next up, we got Magneton. This is super spicy. Or Magnemite. It's super spicy because you can fully power it up for Great League, but Magneton is just better. And I'll put Magneton here at spicy. Magneton actually hits like an absolute truck with Discharge and Magnet Bomb. You guys will be surprised how much damage it does. It's definitely going to fall in the category of spicy because of its lack of ability to do well in open Great League. And that's specifically due to like Galarian Stunfisk being a part of the meta. Alright, Farfetch here. Oh, we'll put it in super spicy. I like Galarian Surfetch the best when it comes to like the family, but obviously we can't use it here, I don't think. I don't think we can. So yeah, Dodo down here, Dotrio. I mean, super spicy. I mean, you could use it if you want to, but it's on the realm of super spicy, let's be honest here. Seal. You know what, Steel, I'm just going to say this right now. If Little Cup ever comes back, Steel is definitely worth investing. Dugong. Okay, we're going. Sorry, I got to scroll up. We're going. You guys should already have it. Legacy Dugong here with Icy Wind is so good. It's an absolute monster. It's the same kind of play style that Lapras has, but you have access to Icy Wind. You need Ice Shard, Icy Wind, and Water Pulse is the moveset you want to have. I believe Ice Shard is a legacy as well, so it's a double legacy investment. It's again one of those things where if you have a very good PvP IV, you eventually want to build yourself a double legacy Dugong because of how strong it is. If you guys haven't already, this is going to be one of those things you guys want to look to get yourself because it's so good in the Kanto Cup and Open Great League. Alright, next up we have Grimer. Grimer is actually super spicy. You can utilize it if you power it up and max it out, but Stardust would be better utilized somewhere else, I think. Lowland Muk. We're going to go ahead and scroll this up here. Lowland Muk is definitely worth getting. I think Lowland Muk performs the best in the Ultra League because of its coverage, its bulk, it gets a lot of stats, and great moveset. For Kanto Cup here, it's actually really strong as well. So you have Snarl as a fast move, which is great energy gain. You have the Dark Pulse and either Gunk Shot or Sludge Wave. It's going to have great coverage on the meta, but this is why stuff like Rhydon are going to be pretty spicy for coverage because of its ability to delete that and delete that. It's going to be really nice. All right, next up we have Kanto Muk. This is actually going to be spicy. We're going to put it up here on the tier of could potentially be definitely worth getting. Its moveset is pretty nice. You have Poison Jab, Thunder Punch, and Dark Pulse. Great coverage moves on the meta. You don't have that added dark typing. You're just going to be a pure poison, but its moveset is really, really good. Okay, Wartortle, no. Cloyster, no. Or Shelter, Cloyster. We're going to put this one up here. We're going to put it at spicy. This is an alternative. If you guys are looking to alternative to Dugong, it's going to be the Cloyster, having Ice Shard and Icy Wind, and also Hydro Pump. Plays very similarly to it. It's not as bulky, and it doesn't have Water Pulse added in, but the same play of Ice Shard, Icy Wind is a great strategy, and it's an alternative to Dugong that doesn't require legacy moves. But that's definitely on the spicy end. We'll actually put this up here on the spicy end. Alright, here, okay, these guys. You guys should already have Haunter. Haunter, before Gengar got Shadow Punch, Haunter was the best of that family because it has Shadow Punch. You guys need, when it comes to Gengar and Haunter, you guys need that Shadow Punch for shield baiting and coverage, and then you can run with alternative charge moves. So in this case, we'd run potentially with Sludge Bomb there on the Haunter for the coverage of the fairies, right? Especially Wigglytuff, because if you run Shadow Punch, Shadow Ball, you can't do anything to Wigglytuff. But if you run Sludge Bomb, you can basically one-shot a Wigglytuff. That's why you want to have that Shadow Punch. It's a great shield baiting opportunity, low energy charge move. You want to run with Shadow Claw as well. And then Gengar, I think, is definitely worth getting. The reason why I'm not going to say you guys should already have it is because this requires you to have the Legacy Community Day move of Shadow Punch. And then from there, you have a broader range of charge moves that you could utilize. Specifically, Focus Blast is an alternative instead of Sludge Bomb that allows you to do massive damage to Snorlax. But of the two, the easiest to get, power up, and use right away is going to be Haunter, which is why I said you guys should already have it. And they are so similar in stats when it comes to Great League that they perform nearly the same. It's just having Focus Blast or not having Focus Blast, and have to having a Community Day move and not needing a Community Day move. So you guys could just pick up a Haunter right now, go Shadow Claw, Shadow Punch, and Sludge Bomb, and absolutely shred a lot of stuff. But one of the big walls to that is going to be a Lowland Muk because of its Dark Poison typing. Onix, oh man, no. Drowsy, no. Hypno, you guys should already have Hypno. Hypno is one of the best Pokemon in all of Great League because of its bulk and its versatility and coverage. Confusion, and then you can run a multitude of charge moves. You could run Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch. It's fantastic. Typically, what the normal moveset is going to be is either a double punch, so a Thunder Punch and Fire Punch, or Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball. That Thunder Punch has always been needed for Azumarill when it comes to Open Great League, and I think in this meta too, you could go with double punch. So you could go Thunder and Fire, or you can even go with Focus Blast in this meta. But Hypno is one of those things you guys need to focus in and invest in. This top tier, if you guys do not have these Pokemon yet for Great League, this is the stuff you guys want to focus on getting. Next up, we have Krabby. No, we have Kingler. Kingler's going to be spicy. I think it has more play in Ultra League because it gets more bulk, but its moveset, you need the Legacy fast move of Mudshot. But Crabhammer got an increase to damage. It hits like an absolute truck. It also has access to X-Scissor for coverage to grass, which is really nice. So it's spicy for this meta. It's spicy for Great League. Very spicy for Great League, but Ultra League, I think it definitely has some play. And finally, we have Blastoise. Oh, man. So Blastoise here, I think, is going to be definitely worth getting. Reason being, it's a bit better than Charizard because of its ability to beat Galarian Stunfisk and the ability to beat Azumarill. You can have a multitude of charge moves there. Typically, what you want to run with is going to be Water Gun, Hydro Cannon, and then Skull Bash. I know Ice Beam is tempting. Ice Beam gives you coverage of stuff like Altaria or Grass-type Pokemon, but Skull Bash really helps out against Azumarill. Now, for this specific meta, you could still run with Skull Bash. You may see a lot of Lapras, but this is going to be one of those Pokemon where it's definitely worth getting long run, but you do need Hydro Cannon as a Community Day move. And of the 3 starters, I think it's second tier when it comes to its ability to play in Open Great League. So that is the list right there. As you guys can tell, the Just Know is basically the Pokemon on the list that, yeah. Super spicy here. Oh, man, I want to move Machoke up. I'm going to move Machoke up right here. So Machoke's going to go to spicy, but I think the rest of it is pretty solid. And for everyone who is new coming to Go Battle League, if you're looking to participate in Kanto Cup, like, focus on these top ones right here. Like, you guys should already have these Pokemon for Great League because they're just so good in Open Great League, and they're going to be strong in Kanto Cup as well. But yeah, these top 2 tiers is what you guys want to focus on. But is there anything you guys think? Did you think I misranked something? Like, did you guys think I misranked Venomoth potentially? Maybe Venomoth should be considered a spicy pick. Definitely open to discussion there. But I hope this video helped you guys. If you guys stuck around all the way to the end right here, awesome. I know you guys were wanting to see, but I think that's a pretty good tier list of when it comes to what you guys should be investing in for the Kanto Cup that has play in Great League as well, so you guys save your Stardust. So again, focus on those top 2, and you guys will do pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, be sure to smash that like button if you guys haven't already, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.